Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's eSports Report. Benson and Mr. X for the first time in like months. Right. I know, we apologize. You had to deal with Max. Yep. It happens. But up next, Quickscope. Back to Quickscope, your ass, boy. Oh, yeah. It's been a while since we've done this, actually. Remember, you guys can vote for who you think is correct on Twitter. Hashtag QuickscopeMatt with 2 T's at the end, or hashtag QuickscopeBen. And the votes kind of come in, and we see who wins. Now, it's worth mentioning, if it's the first time you've seen this segment, okay, don't panic. We'll read out a question. Right, someone argues about it one way, and then the other person has to argue the other way. So it may not necessarily be what we agree with, but we kind of get left that way. Anyway, first question. Last night, Ake said on his stream...
Well, we know these are 2 rosters now. Envy is Looney, Aqua, Octane, JCap. Elevate is Slack, Classic App, The Insanes. Yep, I'm just gonna go past that. How will both these teams fare in the Pro League? I mean,
that's a very ambiguous question.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go first? I have my answer.
They'll do great.
They're gonna be average. They'll be good. They won't be able to beat the now.
Will they be
They won't be able to beat FaZe.
Will they be top 8?
They won't be able to beat OG. Yeah, they'll be top 8. Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, Looney, Aqua, Octane, and JCap, solid team.
Sure, why not?
Octane, one of the best.
But if you're not playing for, like, number 1, I think is there a lot to talk about?
Dude, those like 5th through... No.
Like, what's the best one of those teams does?
All right, but realistically,
like 3rd.
What are you... Like, how are you going to beat Optic Gaming right now? FaZe to now? Like, do they have a chance? Or is that like a battle for who's going to be in the final?
Who?
Between FaZe and Denial. Like,
oh, no. The finals are going to be FaZe and Optic Gaming.
All the time? 100%?
Yeah.
You don't think Denial can...
No.
Really?
No. I mean, these rosters are great. Like...
You're in a very...
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say.
You're in a very...
What do you want me to say? You want me to lie to people?
Yeah.
They're going to win. They're going to win. They're going to be in the top 2.
I mean, do you think there's a chance of that? Like, realistically, that either of these 2 teams could get in the final, like, let's say Worlds?
Do you think that Envy team beats FaZe?
Maybe, if they play like 10 times in a row.
Do you think that Envy team beats Optic Gaming?
Maybe, if they play 100 games.
Do you think that Envy team beats Epsilon?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Maybe.
How much better is JCap how much better is JCap and Looney than Aches and Apathy? Because otherwise, this is the same Prophecy team, just minus Aches and Apathy, plus JCap and Looney. Like, how much better are those 2 than the 2 that are gone?
I feel like this is just another one of those fighting 8 through.
You're just like making rosters just to make rosters, yeah.
I guess. To be honest. All right, question number 2. They back. Aches and Teep looking for a Season 3 team together. Which team will they end up on? Or will they even make it into the season?
I think if they do play in Season 3, it'll be for one of 2 teams.
Okay.
It'll be with Rise, or it'll be with whatever TCM turns into. Whether they come back and play again. Which you're really just betting on TCM not playing.
Do they even make it to the league?
If they, neither of those...
Like, where, on a percentage bar of like 0 to 100%, like, where are you at on them getting back into the league?
30.
Really? That low? Wow.
I mean, 30, 40?
Okay. That's pretty low.
Maybe.
Ironically, I'm kind of there with you too, though. I'm more thinking they won't actually get onto a league team.
Yeah.
Because this is something I was speaking to kind of yesterday. It's like Aches and TP as a duo have this incredible history.
Right.
Like, unbelievable statistics. Like, it just looks so good.
Yeah.
But what have they done on this game? Like, Aches, you can say champs. Great. Won the first event. Great.
Gfinity?
Okay.
Everybody's there.
No. Like, people, I don't know. Maybe.
It's second.
Got a little bit of a blessed bracket. Let's be honest.
What if a lot of players done in this game?
All right, but what
like you can say that like outside of like
I guess,
outside of like Clay and those Denial guys, and then the guys who have played on OG. What is really? But and then the first phase team. What is anybody done?
These are the really like high quality caliber players that we used to seeing win championships.
Yeah. But
like now it's. I don't know. Like, do you think they still have that same kind of awe? Or it's like people see Aches. You do?
Yeah. Really? I think they stay together for the beginning of Black Ops 3, and then at the beginning of Black Ops 3, they can get whoever they want. Like outside of the guys on OG, I mean, who would say no to play with Aches and Teep in a Black Ops game?
I mean, maybe a lot of people. I don't know.
I don't
like
think so.
Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 look very different. And I mean, how did it play? You played it.
I played it.
How did it play?
Played just like Black Ops 2, but a little bit faster. It was a tad bit faster Black Ops 2. On
a scale of like Black Ops 2 to AW, like how much closer to Black Ops 2 is it?
Oh, it's identical to Black Ops 2, just a tad bit faster.
Oh, okay.
It plays nothing like AW.
Thank God.
Like almost like delete how AW plays from your brain and think about exactly how Black Ops 2 played, but a slight bit faster.
Okay, that's good to know.
Like it's almost. It's on maybe even the same speed.
So how do you think players like Octane and how do you think Aqua, how are they going to play?
Players who rely on their movement, who knows? You can't dash. There's no dashing side to side anymore.
True.
There's no dashing in air. The jump is so slow. If you jump, you're dead.
That bad?
Like if you go to glide, you're dead.
Yes. It's like music to my ears.
So it's like,
so maybe looking at Black Ops 3, it's a smart move. Try and get it together. Like it makes a lot of sense. In terms of trying to get into the season, though, don't know. I kind of agree with you. I think Rise is a good look. Maybe TCM. Who knows really what's going through their mind?
Yep.
Like, they're trying to get back over here or whatnot. I mean, season starts Monday. They're still in England.
Yep. Huh?
They're still in England, right? The TCM guys.
Oh yeah, I think so. Right.
Sensing a little bit of an issue with that.
Yeah, no, they should probably be back.
Weird.
Well, if they applied for visas and they're not ready, then what happens?
You don't come into the country.
Oh, okay.
There's no. Oh, you can come in a little bit. That's not how the U.S. government works.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. We'll see what happens with TCM, but I may be wrong. Chat, if you know, are they back in America? I don't know. I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either.
But maybe I'm wrong. But either way, TCM could be a potential, maybe they sell their league spot, and Aches and Teep find an organization, make an organization. Maybe they play under TCM. I mean, that would make the most sense.
Right? I think if TCM were, well, I mean, that's our next question. It's like,
oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Aha.
Will we see an organization purchase a spot in Season 3? If so, who?
Aches and Teep.
Doug Sensor Martin. If there is somebody who purchases a team for Season 3, it'll be Doug purchasing the TCM spot.
Doug purchasing it with like the FaZe brand?
FaZe Black.
FaZe Black. Bring back FaZe Black. What about like FaZe Mexico? I feel like that would be such a better name.
No.
Okay.
I think it would be FaZe Black buying that.
No other teams. We've seen Strictly Business. They were tweeting out very vocally that they were looking at trying to buy a spot. Apparently, they offered $20,000. I got rejected. How much do you think a league spot's worth? I mean, you used to manage one of the best teams in the game. How much? How much would you sell a league spot for?
How much would I sell? Would I have sold the G spot for?
I don't think it matters who's like spotted. Like it doesn't matter at that point. A spot is a spot. Like you could take any spot. You have at the very start of the season. I mean,
you have something of worth.
Right, but it doesn't matter if I placed 8th last season and you placed 1st. It doesn't.
Right. No.
How much would you sell a spot for? Like is like 20,000.
I would turn that down.
You would turn that down?
Yeah.
How much would you look for? 50?
I think I could probably get a little more. Yeah.
A little bit more?
I probably would want a little bit more.
I mean, makes sense. All these organizations, you gotta kind of put your pocket in.
I mean, you want it.
Right. I feel like Prophecy is a team which isn't gonna, like, judging by the way that Acid's been tweeting, don't think he's at all interested in trying to find his way back into the league. I think he's looking at other options right now. What they may be, who knows? He seems pretty excited, though. No idea what he's planning. I feel like
E6 people are saying, but no.
No. I feel they would have done it already. But that's what's really weird to me is Parasite is very happily playing knowing he's not in the seat.
If you're E6 and you said you could pay 100K for a league spot as TCM or ISO or whomever, I would have called you and said, hey, you have that 100K? Because I got that league spot.
I'm willing to sign on the dotted line real quick.
And I would toss everyone to my...
Did they really
I would toss everyone to my...
Did you say that?
Yeah. If I was an organization, I would go to my players and be like, hey, look, this is what your kind of max earning potential could be during Season 3 or whatever. It's like, these guys are offering us 100K. It's like, I will give each of you players $10,000 right now to not play. I would get the 100. I'd keep 60. They keep 40. I mean, that's like, it's just like winning an event almost, right?
Yeah, I guess, when you look at it like that.
I mean, you basically pay them to not play and get first place.
I mean, what's 8th place at finals? What was the prize? It was like what was it? 20. Was it like 1,500? 7 days?
I think so.
No, yeah, I'd say 10K is a decent number. Then at that point, you're making profit. If you look at like stream revenue, matches revenue, and potential. I mean, especially a team like, let's be real, one of the lower caliber of teams.
The TCM got 8th.
Right, you made money.
100% I would do that.
Interesting. Did E6 say that?
No, that's what people.
That would have been funny. I don't know. I thought originally E6 was going to be a team who would go heavily after a league spot, but they just seem more than happy not to play. Which as soon as Parasite joined, I was like, oh, they must be looking at buying a. Like, can you imagine Parasite not playing in the league?
Yeah.
Really? After like some of his like performances?
Seen it before.
This is true. This is true. Kind of like deja vu to last year, really.
Yeah, right.
When you think about it. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Of course, time is ticking on that. Next question: are people underestimating the new Denial squad?
Yeah. I feel like people are just kind of writing them off. Like they can't contend. Like I think they're clear cut, like in the top 3. But do people? I feel like people would say, "Oh, that new Envy, they'll beat Denial." No, they won't. Temp, Hook, Slasher, and Replays. Like, Replays isn't like awful.
He's a world champ.
World champ. Then you can combine them with Temp and Hook and Slasher.
It's a nasty team.
It's a nasty team.
But can they win an event? I mean, listen to me this way. You got Season 3 finals, you got Worlds.
And 100K Gfinity.
Gfinity 100K.
But those 2 players can't go to 100K.
So,
see, I would totally say Aches and Teep should just be subs for Denial and just go to Gfinity with them and then make another team for UMG if they want to go and whatever.
So there's, in fact, that's another point. So there's 2 MLG events. You got Season 3 finals and you got Worlds.
Yeah.
There's UMG coming up soon.
Right.
Are there any other North American events?
I don't know.
Let's say maybe one more. If something just
say another UMG,
right,
maybe. I don't know.
I honestly have no clue. So there's 4 events. Out of those 4 events, can Denial win one? Or are you assuming? No. Are you under the assumption right now that Optic Gaming is going to win everything else up until the end of the year? Yeah. Up until Black Ops 3.
What have you seen from anybody else that will lead you to believe otherwise?
At Worlds, is Optic going to have like another champs?
No.
No? You don't think so? You just think it's going to be business as usual?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't disagree. Next question. With the Pip-Boy Fallout 4, how did we go from that to this? This is very interesting.
I don't know.
With the Pip-Boy Fallout 4 edition and the announcement of the Rainbow Six Siege Collector's Edition, which is what we looked at before the commercial break, what's the coolest Collector's Edition ever? That's a tough question.
Like instantly comes to my mind the Halo 2 limited edition.
What was that? What did you get with it?
It was like just like a metal case, and then it was a limited edition Xbox Live headset, which at the time was like a huge deal. It's like this like in-ear one, and it wrapped around. It was green, and it came down to like here. Pretty sweet. Let's see if I can find it.
That sounds pretty badass. What else we got? Also, will we see a return of the Hardened and Veteran editions with Black Ops 3, and what would we want in it? That's a better question. What would you want in a Black Ops 3 Special Edition case?
I don't know.
Because, like, there was the RCXD was in one.
So at the time, this was really cool, but you can go to my screen.
What in the hell is that?
That was the Halo 2 edition headset.
You wore that?
Yeah, that was like the newest, coolest thing back in the day. Otherwise, you had to wear that other old Xbox Live headset.
You wore that.
That had the foamy pad on one side and the uncomfortable thing on the other one. Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. Yep.
Proudly wore that.
Yep. What is the best collector's edition?
I don't know, dude. I honestly, I'm just gonna say Fallout 4s.
Really?
You got Pip-Boy. Like, come on, man. Like that is badass. You're actually typing that into Google.
Yeah.
You have resorted to Google.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Halo 3s was in the images. Oh, go on the top one. Rarest and most valuable.
Oh, here we go. So
Yo,
Far Cry 3.
They have a top 10 apparently.
Yeah, they have a top 10.
Someone has already answered this question for us. Far Cry
3 Insane Edition. You got like a survival pack and whatnot.
It's kind of boring.
Doom 3.
That's kind of boring.
What you got? And you got Doom 2,
You
Doom
basically
3.
just got all the Dooms.
Yeah. Journey, Flower and Flow.
I don't know.
Darksiders 2. So you got a life-size replica death mask with a stand.
Dude, that is cool.
That's kind of cool. Halo 4 limited edition.
Dude, I had that too.
Yo, that's kind of cool.
God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Resident Evil.
Got like a sweatshirt. Some other stuff.
What is that?
And you got like an alien thing.
Okay, number 2.
Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of Borderlands stuff. That's a huge replica loot chest.
That's swag. What's number 1?
Assassin's Creed 3. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb. You can come back to us. I actually just thought of the Destiny one that came with the sphere thing was kind of cool. It came with a ghost.
You mean a cube?
Yeah. That talked.
Didn't actually talk, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I like that. That was good. But what would you want to see in the Black Ops 3 Special Edition? Anything like immediately come to your mind that is like, oh, we need this. This is awesome. Nothing?
I don't really know.
No?
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't really seen enough of Black Ops 3 yet.
Yeah, you need to see more, like understand like the feel of the game, like what's cool in it. Like,
what were the streaks like?
They were like normal kill streaks. Black Ops 2.
But like into RTXD, what was it? RD?
It's like a little hover thing.
It was a hover thing? That'd be cool if they gave you like a little hover.
Yeah.
Hover thing. Because you know,
what happens if
hover is in the.
Or if they gave you like collectible characters of all the different specialists, because they have like stories and stuff too.
I feel like if you incorporate Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 into it as well, in terms of like the storyline, like the main characters, you gave like.
No. The character storylines are like there's storylines for the multiplayer characters.
Oh, like inside the like lore.
Like the Reapers and the Syrif and stuff. If you included like.
That could be cool. Maybe.
Right. Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows? Because they didn't announce it, did they?
What?
What's in the Odin?
Oh no, they didn't say anything.
It'd be weird if they didn't do one. I imagine they will.
Huh?
It'd be weird if they
and I think they will. Obviously they would.
Sweet. Well, that concludes Quickscope.
Yeah.
Don't really know who won because we ended up just discussing things.
We ended up just talking.
You probably won. Anyway, that's enough of that. For now, quick commercial break. When we return, though, all things Rustamania. He has intel. I'm going to get it out of him. Let you guys know.
My intel was the envy stuff. So, nothing really much to talk about.
You're in such a killjoy mood today.
What?
You're just pooping on the hopes and dreams of people wanting to know intel.
I'll make something up. We'll be right back.
Great. Go back.